might be in and out trying to sort that out.
Well, very much for tuning in, guys. Hope you're having a good week so far. And welcome to the midweek show, live from Manchester Airport. Lots of people in nice and early already this morning, so thank you very, very much, guys. Hope you're all well. Just making a couple of adjustments. There we go, 1 second. There we go. Deafening myself here. I had my headphones up so loud. But how's everybody's weeks going? Hope you're all doing well.
Time around. Certainly seems that way. However, technology can be mysterious, especially when you're dealing with cellular network.
Just wondering, do we just waterproof up as well?
Yeah, there's nothing on. There's something on the final approach, isn't there? But I think you've got one of the bags already on.
I have.
One of the 2 bags. I think there's another one floating around somewhere. I see. Where is it? If you need another one, then just load that over the screen. Sound issues. Oh dear, what's that? Sound issues.
Should we go home?
Sound issues. This audio is terrible. Let's have a listen. Good grief, that sounds awful. Is that better? That should be better.
What a nightmare.
There was no audio level. Turned it up a bit till it was like in the middle, and then it was just distorted. So anyway, whatever. What's the
Oh goodness, what is going on today?
Yeah, I think something's up with this unit. If it's still... There's no way it's still going to have issues now. Okay, it is rising. Right. Sound very distant. Am I way too quiet now? Where's the in-between? What's the level like on the screen?
Fine.
Fine, okay.
Like minus 12 dB.
Okay. Take my jacket off.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah, this is...
Let me have a look on the live panel. Sorry about this, folks. Something is not right, as you can tell.
340, mate.
Yeah. The actual signal's not bad, you know, because I'm on a... So it is, all 3 of them are doing something. Like,
LRT's on.
Okay.
So the audio's fine, because that was a weird...
Any sign of Mr. Matt Smith as well?
Check. 222.
1, 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, still stable.
Okay, let's push it.
Should be on already.
Oh, we should be on.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hello, chat. Can you hear us? Sorry about that. So, yeah, we've got to the bottom of the issue. It seems like. I mean, most of you aren't going to get this, but I will tell the people who will. We use a bonding server. We use live view units for our live streaming, and they go through a bonding server to basically bring all three of our networks together into one sort of bigger network and give us a decent speed for you guys. Obviously, you use the server that's closest to you, so we always use London. But London seemed to be not very happy today. So after a bit of jiggery pokery, we turned the bonding off and just went onto one network. That seemed to fix it, so that kind of made us aware that the server was obviously having issues. So we switched over to a server in Frankfurt, and now we're stable. So yeah, we should be cooking on gas, guys.
That was one of the last places we looked as well, because we started by changing all the networks over.
I mean, we went, it's EE. It's got to be EE. And then we did a speed test. It's like, well, it's not EE. EE is actually fine today.
Yeah, and EE have been, I don't want to jinx it too much, but lately they've not been too bad.
Yeah.
As you guys know, in the last couple of months, they've been pretty awful at times, to the point where you can't even, send a message. But lately it's been all right.
No, they have been good. So I was saying to Brownie while we were off stream then, I know we've been off stream for a little bit, guys, and it has impacted on the show, but it was really important for us there just to spend the time and understand what was happening, just so that next time we know that that's the first thing to try, right? So we're back, we're stable, we know what it was, so next time we've learned from it. So it was worth it, and apologies it's interrupted in the show, but it has been worth it for us just to learn and understand from that issue. So welcome in to the midweek show. We'll try again, live on Airliners Live. Thank you all for being patient, thank you all for tuning in, and it's a pleasure to have you all with us on the Airliners Live channel. Sounds like a potential Airliners Lounge video describing the process. I mean, we could do. I mean, I think a lot of people maybe wouldn't really, it wouldn't really be anything you would use in your day-to-day life unless you were a live streamer, to be honest.
That's it. I think with the Airliners Lounge, I like to make videos that a lot of people can enjoy and a lot of people can watch. We did a video about something similar, about is it safe, in these days to use airplane mode or no airplane mode on your phone in a flight? Similar kind of concept where it's like you talk about cell coverage and frequency bands and things.
Yeah.
But with live streaming, I mean, I know there's probably a few of you who'd like to know about how it all works, but there's not a lot to it, and I don't think there's a lot of people who want to know.
Yeah, I mean, we're a lot of our equipment for our live streams is very much automated these days. Kind of gone are the days where we use a laptop and everything like that to broadcast from. We have a little device that's called an encoder, and what that does is it takes an input from our camera, takes the video feed, which you guys can see, and it also allows us to plug some modems into it, like some little USB dongles, I guess you can imagine, which basically give us our internet connection, and it puts all that together and it just spits it out on YouTube. But there is a little bit of a process it goes through to do that, and sometimes you just have to do a bit of tinkering with that process. And as I said to Brownie, we've learned something from that today. So yeah, we're not annoyed about that. It was worth it just to understand this other way of resolving an issue if it were to ever happen again. So that was a good learning curve.
So we have an Emirates A380 on final approach, and
cool.
It's in the new scheme as well today.
Fantastic.
Now the new scheme, does anyone in the chat have any thoughts on it? The new livery for the Emirates aircraft. They also have it on the 777s as well, and it kind of has that really extra detail on the tail, and our first impressions of it were a bit underwhelmed by it. I love the winglets being red. I think that looks really smart. But the actual detail on the plane isn't that great from a distance. But I've been seeing photos of people at the Dubai Air Show, and man, that livery looks so nice up close. Like when you get up close to it, take pictures of it, it looks pretty smart. It looks, in my opinion, better than the old one. Because the old one, when you think back to it, obviously it still exists in the majority of the fleet. It's quite basic. It's just basic colours. Whereas this adds a lot of pattern to it, a lot of texture, a bit of flavour to it, should you say. Character. Yeah. So I think the fact that it's underwhelming is because maybe people were just expecting a bit more from a new livery, but it's a subtle touch. It's a subtle change. And the A380 is a massive plane, so I don't think they can go overboard with painting it too much, because that would cost a lot of money. Sort of a split of yay or nays in the chat, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I mean, I think why it's slightly controversial is this Emirates just appears out the clouds. They're going to have to shift this Scandinavian pretty sharpish. I think the reason it's not really controversial, but just a bit of a talking point, is that when you announce something as a new livery, I think us plane spotters kind of expect something quite drastically different. And what it is yes, it is a new livery, but it's quite subtle. And as good as it looks, it's not a huge change from the older one. So I think that's why people talk about it. I mean, as a livery goes, it's a nice livery, isn't it? I like it. But yeah, it's just not massively different than the old one. But as you say, Andy, I think the winglets definitely, or the wingtip fences definitely add a lot to it.
Scandinavian, flight 2548, heading off to Stockholm. It's an A320 Neo. And another thing we haven't even mentioned, Martin is on the camera at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just sorting out our waterproofing. I mean, it's not really raining, is it? Let's just take it off until we actually need it. One
of the best things about the wind on your back is you don't get drenched as much, you know, because you've got a bit of cover. Here we go. Emirates A380, King of the Skies, next to land. Hit that record button. Coming in from Dubai. Flight of 7 hours and 38 minutes. Emirates Flight 17. If you haven't seen this new livery yet, this is the brand new scheme unveiled recently by Emirates. Awesome bit of spray on the runway as the King of the Skies rolls out on 23 right. And a very good morning to anyone who's just joining us here on the Midweek Madness Show. Here live on Airliners Live, broadcasting in 4K. So if you're watching on a TV or some tablet, mobile device, you can turn the quality right up to 2160p, which is 4K Super HD. What's the term they use for it?
Ultra HD.
Ultra HD, that's it. Yeah. Mega HD.
Mega
HD.
All the megas.
Yes, all the 4s and all the Ks. Barbara, morning to you. Tina, Mark Langston, the captain himself in the chat. Joanna, good morning to you. Tom and Ann is in the chat as well.
Hey guys.
Fiona Lofthouse, morning. Adrian.
Did you get that refund, Tom, for your extra calendar?
Oh yeah, a couple of people in the chat putting that they've just received their calendar this last couple of days.
Awesome, thank you guys. Thanks for all the support, and a bit of an update. We have, obviously with the cost of living and everything like that, guys, we have reduced our sale price on our Airliners Live hoodies, so hopefully they'll help you keep nice and warm this winter and allow you to maybe knock a couple of degrees off that heating. So we've reduced the sale price on those from $45 to $39.99. So if you've not got yourself a nice warm hoodie for winter, guys, we've tried to help you out a little bit there. Our cost prices have just gone up on those actually, but we thought it'll at least help you guys out for the winter. And unfortunately, we have had to increase the price on our beanies by £2, just due to, again, a price increase that came through yesterday from our supplier. But the price that we sell those at are still massively cheaper than our competitor channels, so hopefully you guys understand that. And t-shirts, we've stayed the same. We did put a full post out explaining, guys, but as I say, you can now get a nice hoodie for the winter, just a bit cheaper, on our website, airliners.live,
Hey.
which is a new domain for us, airliners.live.
Yeah, I love them red wingtips. That is a really nice touch. Subtle. It reminds me of the Corendon Maxes, how they have the red wingtips as well. And it just adds a nice, I don't know, it just adds nice level of visual candy to the plane that was otherwise missing. It feels a bit retro to see planes with no colour on the winglets these days. And yeah, that tail does have a bit more flavour to it.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
I love it. Bit of support to catch up on. We had David Griffin, brand new VIP, joining Premium Economy. Karen Patricia also joining Premium Economy, brand new VIP as well.
Hey, cheers, Karen. Thanks very much.
Also had Izzy Planes and Detecting from EDC with a 4 months of business class. Saying, hey, Airliners Live team, how are we all today? Any 757s today, my favourite aircraft. I've hit the like button as well. Love watching the best ever on YouTube. Thank you so much. Maybe there will be 757s. It's not uncommon to see them here on the shows. And then Linda with a 6 months of Premium Economy saying, I got my beanie on Monday. Thanks, guys. Cheers, Linda. Logan ATR 42 coming in from Aberdeen. Logan flight 23. Golf Lima Mike Romeo Bravo on the registration. She's actually 27 years old. Joanna saying my bank account is going to love you guys because the hoodies have been reduced in price.
Yeah.
EasyJet flight 2198 coming in from Munich. It's an A320neo. Golf Uniform Zulu Hotel Juliet. The only downside to this chat view is you can't scroll on it. Don't know if you've noticed.
I haven't. I will bear that in mind.
I've seen Seb mentioning that they're actually going to be getting rid of the Neo specials in the EasyJet fleet, which it's a bit of a shame because, you know, when you got these low costers like EasyJet and Ryanair, there's so little difference between the planes these days. It's just like, is it a Neo or not really? I know you got the A319s as well, but it's nice to have a bit of variety. I wonder if EasyJet still have them city specials. Didn't they have like a Berlin special?
Yeah, I caught it last winter.
Oh yeah. Is there an Amsterdam special? Nantes in France? Maybe? From memory? Yes, good morning everyone. More people joining the chat. I see James in there now as well.
Mine's scrolling. It's probably an Apple issue.
Right, yeah, makes sense. Brussels Airlines heading back home. A320. Robin saying I still need to know how to use my prize from Laurie. Did you send an email, Robin? I think, didn't you win a gift card, right? But you can just use that on the Airliners Live website. You just add...
I think he needs the code. Does he add the code sent to him?
I assume so, yeah. If you haven't, get in touch. But I think I do remember sending that code over. Maybe it's gotten lost.
Yeah, check your spam folder, mate, because we went through at the beginning of the week and went through the list of stuff. So if you've not received it, we'll get it over to you again this afternoon.
Yeah, and if you have, use that code. You basically just throw all your items in the basket on the Airliners Live store, airliners.live, and in the checkout you can paste, you can throw in the code, and it should knock off however money is on that voucher off. Got an airplane on final approach. It's the Shuttle to Quebec coming in from London Heathrow. Golf Echo Uniform Yankee on the reg. Andy needs an Airliners Live Christmas hat. The beanie is really good though. I'll tell you that, folks. That was the TAP Express heading back to Lisbon. Portuguese flight carrier. Also got, just pinging up on the ground at the moment, a TUI Dreamliner 787-8 TUI Bravo. Not sure where she's off to just yet. Sure we'll find out. Yeah, a couple of people asking about the retirement flight of the final departure of that Jet 2757 this morning. Yeah, that was a sad thing to hear about. Sadly, I was super busy this morning, so I didn't catch it myself. But it's pretty much the first of kind of since, 2019, something like that. The first that they've retired out of Manchester. Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Alpha Jet 2757. I think she's about 35, 36 years old. Real sad. One of the .com schemes with no winglets as well. She made her final ever departure off to Wales South Wales, St Athan, I think. And I think that airport is pretty well known to be like the final resting ground for a lot of airlines. I'm not sure if she's going to go on to be a cargo bird, though, after. Some people did say that she's lined up to join the DHL fleet, I've heard. I'm not 100%
There's a few different things going around at the moment.
Yeah.
Check Discord, Laurie says.
Laurie, I've already dealt with it, don't worry. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
British Airways shuttle in from Heathrow. It's vacated in front of us here at the RVP. Quite a blustery day here in Manchester, a bit of a crosswind for us. But nothing these guys can't handle, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's surprisingly gusty, isn't it? It's no wind and then a bit of wind and then so on.
Hey, it's all good. Thanks a lot, Laurie. Cheers, mods. Thanks for bearing with us this morning as well.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, Mark used to fly the 757s for Australis, and are most of them still flying today, Mark? I think for different cargo airlines. They do last a while, the 757s. I'm sure Jet2 have had a few 737s scrapped. But yeah, 75s.
Mark, is there any sort of like regulatory differences between flying cargo and flying passengers in terms of like flying with faults? Because what I don't get is how, you know, if it's not reliable enough for Jet2 to keep it in terms of money and stuff, why would then a cargo airline buy it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So I guess obviously they must have a lot less in terms of overheads and stuff to make an aircraft more worthwhile.
That's an interesting question. Because they go on to fly for years and years after they've had that cargo conversion. And I heard from the Jet2 crew that it's actually the engine lifespan.
Yeah.
So I assume that'll need an engine swap, which is pretty expensive.
Hey, Tom and Ann gifting 5 memberships to the community. First, a bit of support coming in today whilst we've been back up. Thank you very much, Tom and Ann. Appreciate it, guys.
Legends. Thank you so much.
Great to see everybody in the chat today as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And a huge thank you to everyone who tuned in and supported John's stream on Monday as well, guys.
Yeah.
Awesome viewer numbers.
That was crazy.
Another EasyJet Neo vacating in front of us. Lima Charlie on the reg.
Yeah, she's in from Pisa. And there's another EasyJet on final approach, this time coming in from Copenhagen.
Hey Andrew, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello. Carla Black, hello. Jill in the chat as well.
Any viewers tuning in for the first time today, we'd love to welcome you to get involved in the chat. Say hello.
Yeah, welcome. We stream every Wednesday and Sunday here from Manchester Airport. Nice bit of variety across the two. Here on Wednesday, they close the second runway at 11 a.m. So it means that all the action's here on this runway here that we can see. We love it.
Sleepy Cat, hello. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, Nigel's saying if you look at a lot of cargo fleets, they're made up of aircraft that have been converted from passenger to cargo, FedEx being a good example. I'm just, yeah.
That's what I mean. So aircraft that are not cost effective for passenger use, they must be cost effective for cargo use, because obviously they're buying them up. So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to know how the maths of that works.
Sounds like an Airliners Lounge video.
I think so. Hey, congratulations, James. Brand new baby girl. Welcomed in on Thursday.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Congrats.
Hope mum and baby are well, mate.
Lovely sound. EasyJet flight 2236. Like I mentioned, that's coming in from Copenhagen. There is a proper on final approach as well, coming in from Dublin. EI FAT. The ATR 72. Aer Lingus flight 3324. Let's get them prop emotes in the chat, shall we? As the TUI Dreamliner is going to be taxiing out soon. I think she's already on the move, actually.
Megan, no, they're not, unfortunately. But you can buy some of my pictures as prints on the airliners.live merchandise store.
Yeah.
I do need to put some new ones on there, to be honest. Plenty of work. Going in, getting this ATR down. Awesome to see this pilot skill on display here at Manchester Airport. Mega. Look at that. Fantastic. Easy does it for the Aer Lingus ATR.
Nicely done.
Yeah, EI Fat's got a brother, EI Slim. Nice, Matt. No, there's not a mad crosswind today, but there is definitely a crosswind, but it's nothing too sketchy.
No, Captain Mark has sent me a direct message.
All right.
I'll save you all the need to watch the Airliners Lounge video when that comes out. So here's the answer from a former cargo airline mechanic. Cargo planes are older because old planes break down and need maintenance more often. If a plane has a mechanical failure in a passenger service, it's a big deal. The airline has to deal with angry passengers and bad PR, from the delay while they're fixing the plane. If a cargo plane breaks down, it's not a big deal. The mechanics fix it, and the plane does its run for a few hours, or on a few hours late, pretty much. The cargo handlers and warehouse don't care if they handle the load a few hours later.
There you go.
And it says cargo planes are held to the same airworthiness and maintenance standards as passenger planes. They get the same B and C checks. They have the same flight cycle limitations. Since passengers care a lot about the appearances, the airlines sell the older planes off to basically cargo airlines. The cargo operations then snap these up at a bargain and use them until they're completely worn out.
That's cool. Thanks very much for that, Mark.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Now you know. Lipstick coming in from Oslo. Norwegian 737. Bit of a faded tail there. 12 years old, Boeing 737. Helmer Hansen on the tail.
Have a quick slurp of me brew, guys. 1 second. Oh.
I do think that it's nice that they do keep these planes going after their passenger life cycle, I suppose, you know, as cargo birds.
Yeah.
I guess being late for a holiday isn't as bad, oh sorry, is worse than getting your parcel a day late. We do have a lot of planes moving on the ground at the moment, including the TUI wide body heading out. There's an Iceland Air 737 MAX 9 going out.
Yeah, that's down at the front end of the queue, behind the Turkish there.
That's right. And we have a Lufthansa coming in from Frankfurt, which is where we're streaming from today, technically.
Alan is live, brought to you from Germany.
Technically, this is Frankfurt that you're watching the stream from.
Frankfurt live in the title. Frankfurt live at 1 hour 3 minutes.
Yeah. We'll stick around till as a go around, shall we?
Gosh.
Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're all having a wonderful day so far, though. It's been very busy so far this morning. And, of course, Manchester Airport really livening up now. Beautiful A320 in that new scheme. She's got the sharklets as well.
Yeah, Meg, we're all wrapped up. Don't worry about that. We got all the airliners live clobber on.
It was pretty crazy on, was it Monday when we had that big storm and we were in the office?
Yeah.
And the actual office was like shaking, like buffeting left
Everyone
and
was
right.
like, oh, why don't you go live, guys? It's like, because we've actually checked the weather and the wind is directly down the runway.
Yeah.
It would have just been a complete non-event whatsoever. It's when the wind is directly down the runway, it's really not an issue for the aircraft at all. I mean, it's obviously if the wind's up and down, then the most you're going to get is like just a basic go around, just because of the change in wind speed.
Yeah, sometimes here at Manchester, you can get real nasty crosswinds. I remember Mark talking about on one of the videos, I think it was the Fears of Flying one, where if the wind comes from the northwest here, it can be pretty crazy because you got that mechanical turbulence as the wind goes over the terminal buildings, and as the plane descends, just like the Scandinavian is, when it reaches just a couple of, maybe like 100 feet or something, it gets hit by that. And sometimes when you're flying in and you have that wind direction, you can really feel it. And pair that with the not so flat runway here at Manchester, it does create for a kind of a tough approach. Seen a fair few landings and go-arounds and stuff where they've been caught out by that.
Yeah, but when the wind's right down the runway, guys, it's pretty standard procedure. There's no more sort of excitement than a regular approach, really.
Scandinavian, flight 4609. It's in that beautiful new colour scheme as well. Look at that mask. More of that, please. Got the BAA 321 on the taxi out as well. She's just been pushed back. I noticed British Airways using the STS hangar quite a bit these days. I wonder if they just don't have the capacity at their own Heathrow maintenance. Having to send planes up to Manchester to get work done. Proper stunner. Bit of a mismatching nose cone there. Colour slightly off. Seen a bit of variety from Iceland Air in the last few months. Of course, we had the one-off back in October of the 767. Absolutely buttered the runway. That was the best 767 landing I've ever seen at Manchester when that came in. I think that was on one of our live streams. I see Mr. Jingles is in the chat as well.
Hi, mate.
That's the chap who gave us a wave from Terminal 1 on the Sunday show, right?
Was.
Mr. Jingles, right, here's a question. Do you often see the likes of Captain Mark around the terminal? Because is it just like a big like school gates thing where it's like, oh, here's so-and-so again. Oh, so another day, you again. Like, do you know everybody? Do you just see the same people over and over again? Because with, Terminal 1, like, what have you got? EasyJet is one of the big airlines there. It must just be like the same crew, but then again, there's so many planes and so many pilots, and they're obviously rotating them in terms of what days they're on, what flights, what times. Like Captain Mark telling us that, he might be on a really early shift, like he has to be here for like 4 a.m. and then the next day not getting home till like 2 a.m. Austrian A320 coming in from Vienna. EasyJet A320 climbing out towards one of the longest routes they operate from Manchester, Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt. Mark saying there's always a scrap at the tuck shop. Yeah, because you guys, like people who work at the airport, you guys just use the same facilities as the passengers, right? So if you wanted like a coffee or something, would you just go to, I don't know what's there. There's a Starbucks in Terminal 1, isn't there? That must be expensive though. Starbucks is expensive as it is. 2E Dreamliner heading off to Veradero. 787-8. Look at them wings flexing. TUI flight 146. Tom Jet, as they're known as by the call sign these days. They'll still use Bravo Yankee on the flight number, though. Does anyone know why? Spencer Smith saying speed on the approach is critical, so the speed must be maintained to keep the approach stable. So if the wind is head-on, gusts causing large variation in the airspeed can be enough to cause a go-around. Yeah, am I right in thinking they add more speed on, like
they do, yeah,
to compensate?
Yeah.
So they're coming in a bit quicker.
Yeah, you'd usually add. We'd start off usually like adding about 5 knots. It just gives you a bit of a buffer, because if all of a sudden that headwind drops, you're going to lose a lot of lift as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when I was out recording in, I think it was Storm. It's one of the Storm Dudley or something back a couple of years ago, and just pitching up and seeing the planes coming in. It's like, wow, well, they're going so quick. They weren't going really fast, but just that slight speed change, you really notice it. So we had a bit of support. We had Annika with a 15 months of business class. Thank you so much.
Welcome back.
And also Mr. Tell Edwards with a Airliners Live gifted membership.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much, Tal.
Tell, I believe the voucher is getting sent to the office soon for you to claim for your prize. I'm sure you know what that is and what to expect. And it was actually Meg who got gifted the membership. I know she was chatting in the chat before. Yeah, it's weird this. Sometimes it lets me scroll and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, it's an Apple thing, mate.
Apple, eh?
Apple.
Who'd buy it? Did someone mention cake?
As you can see, plenty of work going on around the Emirates A380, turning it round. And down the end of the runway, we have the British Airways heading back to London Heathrow.
Yeah, that's the A321. So that'll have the classic IAE engines on her. British Airways Euroflyer. She's going to Gatwick.
Oh, okay. So that started back up again, has it?
Maybe. Does anyone know in the chat? Is that a thing? That would be good, because that started like 2021 or something, and British Airways pulled the Islamabad route from London Gatwick, and that was enough to reduce the need for it right down, because you got most of the routes coming out of London Heathrow anyway,
Yeah.
But they're not very close, them two airports. I mean, Gatwick's not really even London. If you're going to say, like, the M25 is London, maybe. Depends who you ask, I guess. But here she goes.
just climbed a bit too high for the tripod, actually.
So that is probably empty, because Nigel put in the chat that it's come out of STS. I literally was talking about this before. So yeah, she's probably doing a flight down to Gatwick to be based there. And Airliners Live ATC in the chat saying, check the call sign. And it's Echo Fox Whiskey 9757. Well, she climbed like a 757.
Certainly did. Designate 6361. Thanks very much for the Twitch Tier 1 sub. 89 subs, guys, towards our sub goal. If you'd like to help the channel out, check if you've got a Twitch Prime available. And if you're enjoying the show on YouTube and you'd like to show your support to the stream and the community, hit the dollar symbol, then click gifted memberships. It's the best way to not only support us, Airliners Live, but you also give an awesome member of our community 1 month's gifted Airliners Live membership to use all those emotes in the chat. And we'll also get access to all the VIP channels on our Discord as well.
So Mark saying on the 757 you would add half the headwind of all the gusts up to 20 knots, whereas the Airbus uses a thing called ground speed mini, which adds the speed and energy for you. That's interesting.
Right, so even on the Airbus, Mark, you wouldn't necessarily just whack an extra 5 knots in the box then? Because I'm always doing that in the Airbus when I'm in the sim, which is probably wrong then. I'll just go in and waz on another 5 knots just to stop it bouncing, you know?
Yeah. Would that be on the Phoenix? Because I wonder if that would have ground speed mini.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, well, yeah, I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. I'm going through this cup of tea a bit too quick here. I need to chill out.
Yeah, I have a habit of doing that.
Need to chill out.
That's why I'm glad it's a big container, because it's like half a litre.
I know. I'll be weeing all stream now.
I've seen people, like in the shop and stuff, you can get thermos flasks that are like a litre.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, man, that's a lot of tea.
It is, isn't it?
That would last me like an hour. Hello. Stand by.
And it's a bit of a break on the old approach. A little bit quiet on the airfield, so nothing's shifting around at the moment. But we are nearly at 500 likes. So make sure you click that like button for us if you are enjoying today's show, guys. Admiral47, hello, thank you very much for tuning in. And Roy, thank you very much for tuning in as well. Great to see you. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, I think when you're out and it's a bit chilly, it's easy to just keep drinking that nice warm cup of tea, but as you know, you drink it a bit too fast and you'll be up and down these steps a bit too many times. Is that a Dash 8 in front of us? No, there's no Dash 8s at Manchester. That'll be the Loganair Embraer. Loganair ATR, sorry. That just arrived in earlier on. Annika, thank you so much for the Airliners Live gifted membership. Going to Paul Murphy, supporting the stream today. Thank you so much, Annika. when I do a flat free landing, I always stick extra speed to lower the nose and reduce the risk of a pitch call. Ah, right, okay, Mark. Got you. Yeah, so there is a reason for it, just not the reason that I thought it was then. Yeah, I've seen that, Ian. That would be awesome, wouldn't it, to see some Dash 8s back at Manchester again, because they're always good fun and they're nice prop aircraft as well. Obviously, we're just getting the ATRs in now regularly. But we do used to have quite a few Dash 8s shifting around when Flybe were around, so it'll be nice to get them back at some point if that Luxair comes through, I guess.
Got a Sun Express pinging up, 737 MAX 8. Sun Express were in the news recently, weren't they? Because they've just placed a big order for the Maxes.
They have.
Ah.
Guess they're prepared to wait for them.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Join the queue.
Yeah. But the bigger news, like, personally, I was pretty thrilled about this. Egypt Air, did you see that?
I did, with the full shift over to the A321 at Manchester, which is great. And then they also placed an A350 order, didn't they?
Yeah, I believe 10 of them they've got on order, and they're going to get delivered from 25 to 2027. And that is really cool because we love the Egypt Air colours.
Imagine if Egypt Air gets busy enough here where we get to see one of those maybe through the summer.
Mate.
That'd be fantastic.
Because
Kuwait did it. They shifted up to the brand new 330 Neo.
Yeah, I mean, David Long said, he was saying in the chat, you know, he remembers how we were saying on a stream that when they first started sending the 737s to Manchester, you know, how long is that going to last? Because, like you said, like Kuwait, they jumped up to the A330s, and then the A330 900s or 800s? I think the 800s, actually. And the same probably with Egypt Air. Like, and it's weird. What is going on at Manchester Airport? Because there's just been so many new airlines that have tried to start here and then not come to fruition. But then you see the airlines that did start all doing really well. Like, it's only really, Air Canada maybe that kind of stopped, but were they seasonal? I don't know.
Yeah, Canada was a weird one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess you've already got the route to Toronto with Air Transat, and they probably are cheaper. For most people, that's enough. Like, didn't Charlie fly with Air Transat to Toronto? And they've upgraded to bigger planes. They often fly the A330-200s as well. Oh, Matt saying there's a Qatar number 2 to land. There is. Nice. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, Caben, we did used to have American Airlines at Manchester, along with United as well. But sadly, both of those dropped off.
Man, yeah, they're the kind of airlines that leave me scratching my head about Manchester Airport. Here's one of the Neo specials we were talking about earlier. These might not be around for much longer. Not that they're impeccable specials that we get hyped over, but they are cool. Earlier on as well, I just had to have a little chat with Debbie from the Aviation Society. We had Jill gifting a VIP membership as well. Thank you, Jill.
Cheers, Jill. Thanks very much for that.
Nice having you with us. Next arrival is coming in from Doha, the Qatar Airways 777. Alpha 7 Bravo, Alpha Victor on the reg. Yeah, it is just nice seeing a bit of variety on the fleet when you've got something like EasyJet that all the planes are just the same. We recently had, like, you know, like the flying carrot livery and the old scheme where it was like a white body with the orange text on it. But now they're all just this new livery. Have they got names, them liveries, I wonder? Doubt it. I think Flying Carrot was a bit of a meme. Very squeaky brakes on the Qatar Airways 777. A flight of just over 7 hours on this 9-year-old airplane. Yeah, ALATC saying, reckon Manchester needs to commit to having US TSA pre-immigration facilities. I'm sure that's what would lead to US carriers coming here.
Yeah, I think that would be a really good move. Obviously, that's already done at Dublin, isn't it?
What's the situation at Edinburgh? Do they have it? Because they've got a few airlines that fly transatlantic. I know WestJet, are they? I think they're starting up there as well.
Because at the moment we've got Aer Lingus, Virgin Atlantic.
They're just like leisure airlines, them, aren't they? Whereas,
and obviously,
your more business
Toronto flights and stuff.
Yeah. You got Singapore going, Houston as well, but that's kind of a technicality more than anything. I don't think that's a specific route. It's just ended up being that.
Yeah, we used to have American either flying the 330s or the Dreamliners.
Yeah.
United with the 75s.
76s as well. They were cool.
Yeah, it was definitely a cool time.
There's a lot of routes just left untouched, you know, Chicago, Las Vegas, and then obviously Boston as well, I think would be another popular one. Strange. I can't remember it sounding that good.
There's a proper resonance there, isn't there?
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, I've definitely not heard a resonance from a 777 like that before. I think that's a touch louder than probably intended.
Colin saying there's no pre-US customs in the UK at the moment, only in Dublin. It gets a bit complicated because it technically becomes US property. Yeah, I can imagine. I don't think that's what's prohibiting the airline starting back up here at Manchester, though. People's TV sets just rattling off the tables now. Who's got subwoofers? Give them a test. Oh no, Laurie. Husband passed her a cup of tea and tried to almost burn the top of her mouth off. That's the worst. There is a nice sweet spot with tea, isn't there? Like in between too hot and lukewarm. You gotta be careful with the airliners live. Drinks flask, because that really does.
I'm going to stand up for Laurie's husband here, I think.
Oh?
You know what I mean? Can't do right for doing wrong, can he, Laurie? Brings you a nice cup of tea and you complain it's too hot. What do you want your cup of tea to be? Out the cold, sap? Listen, just because you decided to slurp it immediately.
I can drink hot tea, me. I can do that.
She's going to kill me, and I'm waiting for a message in the critical chat now. Listen, you. As soon as you go offline, me and you having words.
You're going to get the boot thrown at you this time. Whoosh.
She's seen my dodging skills already.
But I don't know what it is, but when it's too hot, it does ruin the taste a bit as well. Like, not avoiding the fact that your mouth is now just been incinerated. There is definitely a sweet spot.
Rick Tufts, hello mate, welcome in, thanks for tuning in today.
Good afternoon.
David Fisher, hello, thanks for tuning in. I didn't complain, just making an observation.
Scientific observation has been noted.
I dodged that, Laurie, you see that? Instant, you know what I mean?
Pegasus A321 heading back to Istanbul. Yeah, Mr. Jingles. That it was my thought as well. That was, if I was a betting man. I am under the impression that it's all about the airport facilities in Manchester, about the new carriers, etc., because the airlines with bases at Manchester, like Easy, Ryanair, TUI, Jet2, can't base any more aircraft here. Yeah, I think it is just a scaling issue, isn't it, really? Like, obviously, they kind of wiped out all the more interesting routes, shall we say, and then rebuilding them, they fulfilled the low-cost routes a little bit more, maybe. And, you know, they're pretty profitable, maybe, for the airport, because you just get more planes in and out. I don't know. I don't know. It's just my thought.
I've played Airport Sim for 3.5 weeks.
I am an expert in this topic.
I know exactly what's going on here.
I've read some posts on Facebook. I'm in the Manchester Spotters group, and I know exactly everything.
They've made exactly the right decision there.
I am the human Facebook post. Don't take
Jack
my...
Rolls returning for 14 months. Thank you very much, mate. Saying good afternoon. 40 months has gone so quick. Yeah, this year's kind of flown by in a bit of a blur, really.
Yeah. I have black tea in 20-minute wait. Mate.
Yeah, you got to watch out with the black tea, Mark.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
You got to really be careful if you run out of milk and put black tea in your flask and forget about it.
Yeah, you open it and it just...
You open it and think you got milk in there and you come out in the Burns unit.
EasyJet coming in from Faro, Portuguese destination. Is that guitar still making that humming sound.
Sounds like it, doesn't it?
Helen saying, many thanks to whoever gifted me a membership while I was away at lunch. Much appreciated.
Enjoy
Awesome.
that, Helen.
I think that was Jill. Not 100%. Could have been Tom and Ann.
Hey, C-Man, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Anybody in Twitch channel today, guys? Anyone in Twitch land?
Hello, hello, hello.
Twitch crew,
Hello.
where are you? Got some chatting to do now. Oh, it's getting a bit dark over on the 2-3 end of the airport.
Oh, no. Audrey's had a nightmare. She says, don't you hate it when you get a load of washing out of the washing machine and then you realise the tissue's found its way in there as well?
Never happens to me, that.
Oh yeah, you want
No. It happens to Jen because she puts all my washing.
Found old wires and all
Oh, the
sorts.
amount of times she lobbed like a wet tissue. I can tell you all the time, tease out of your pocket.
The worst thing is when you start the washing machine and you hear inside you, oh, what have I left in there?
There's 50p in there.
Just a penny.
You see the one, there was a meme in one of the rigging groups where a guy left his little mini torch in his pocket. And he turned his light off. His washing machine looked like a disco. Nice one, Mr. Jingles. Buzzing.
When I first read that, I thought she meant when I put my washing out on the line. I was like, has anyone in the UK done that in the last few months?
Yeah.
Actually used the washing line? That is the biggest gamble of your life. Every day in the office, I get the same line from Martin. Oh, it's raining again. Oh.
It's because I'm sat by the window.
You're sat by the window. You're the bearer of bad news.
Like, mate, it's raining again.
Oh. I think it rains every day in the UK. Here in Manchester especially.
Yeah, I must admit, we've had a lot of rain, haven't we?
Yeah, it must be coming from somewhere. Yeah, going on walks is a bit ambitious, isn't it, these days?
Yeah, because me and Jen have we try and do our walk once a night. It's good for both of us, to be fair. But neither of us really want to do it when it's raining. We have done it a few times, but you just...
It's a faff, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a pain. So the last week or so, it's just been every single night. It's been dry in the morning like this, and it'll get to nearly home time and the heavens will be open, and that'll be it for the night then.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
For us, the clothes dryer is the worst thing for leaving something inside. Uber Pilot Dave, I need a dryer. I don't have the
I'm
space.
too scared to use our dryer. It gets so hot.
Yeah, it's not good for like
don't trust
soft clothes like hoodies and delicate stuff.
Tell you what though, chap, that's a bit of a life hack actually that Jem found out is we bought, so our bathroom, right, I don't know who designed our building, but I don't know what they were thinking, but our bathroom doesn't have any window in it. It's like on the inside of the flat, if you're thinking about walls and stuff. So if you're not careful, you can start to get mold on the ceiling and stuff, you know, because it's damp in there. And so we've put like a heater in there and obviously open all the doors and everything like that to let all the steam out. So we bought a dehumidifier to put in there as well, just to try and take the edge off. And that's done the trick, so we don't have any issues with mould in there anymore, which is great. But then Jen needed something dry and fast. So she said, I wonder if we just put the dehumidifier underneath the air rack for the clothes. And mate, your clothes dry so much quicker on that. And it wasn't expensive either, so it's like a proper life hack. So now, every time we put washing out, we put it on the rack with the dehumidifier underneath it. And they dry in like a day, whereas before it's taken like a good couple of days to dry, without the heating on.
Yeah.
So if you've got a little dehumidifier, guys, get it underneath your, or get it nearby where you're drying your clothes and it does a mega job.
We've also got the Transavia Retro on approach at the moment, just passed through 6,000 feet.
Nice.
So she'll be in view soon. I remember when I was in Skiathos, was it 2 years ago? It was September, and it was quite chilly and wet in Manchester, as it usually is. And I remember just walking around the town there, Skiathos town, and seeing the locals just having their clothes drying, like, just outside the house and stuff, in the heat, and it was like 30 degrees C. Must just dry in an instant. I'm like, wow, these are just problems that are exclusive to people like us. To them, it's just like, I'll just throw them outside for a few seconds and we dry.
Hey, Rocket Wolf returning for a full year of Prime membership on the Twitch channel. What a legend. Great to see you, Rocket Wolf. Thank you very much. Katie Zora, hello. Thank you for tuning in on Twitch. Hope you're doing well. And Carl tuning in on the YouTube channel. Welcome in, Carl. We are live in 4K on YouTube, guys, if you want to watch in the highest quality possible. If you are enjoying the show today, make sure you smash that like button for us, guys. And if you'd love to support the show and support the channel, the best way to do that is with gifted memberships. And you can find those by clicking the dollar symbol, then clicking gifted memberships. Same to you guys on Twitch. Any gifters in the chat, any Oilers, any Primers, you all know the rules of Twitch.
Support the channel essentially for free. Thank you to anyone who has supported this stream so far. I do appreciate it. Obviously, there's costs involved and things that need to be fixed and whatnot. And of course, this is mine and Martin's livelihood as well. So this is what pays the bills for us and lets us do more streams and more cool content like the Airliners Lounge and all the various projects that we have going on, like the podcast. Got a new aviation podcast coming out in the next few days, so stay tuned for that. I did put a post out about a couple of days ago when we recorded it, featuring former 747 Virgin Atlantic captain. Really, really great guy, and he's released a book as well. And it's a really, really good episode. But stay tuned for that.
I didn't know they let you BMX in restaurant, Mart.
Taking my Cheshire for a romantic lunch.
Yeah, just me and the BMX, please.
I've never considered in my life buying a dehumidifier, but now I'm thinking it.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
And Greg, welcome back for 21 months of business class membership, saying love the stream, you guys, knocking it out as usual. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that.
Cheers, Greg.
And Donna McCowan, welcome to you. Thank you very much for tuning in, Donna. Sun Express lining up next to go.
Yeah, she's heading off to Antalya, which is the home of Sun Express, an airline that's been around since the 1980s.
Yeah, Blackpool Blu-ray knows about all the dehumidifier life hacks.
Wow, are they that much? Wait, they're all different prices?
Gem wouldn't have spent a fortune on our one.
I know, they vary from like £40. There's some that are like £400.
Really? No, ours will have been a cheap one.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Jen. I think she's in meetings today, so she's not in the channel. But
There's one with really good reviews that's 80 quid, and there's one that's also 67 quid. So I think that's kind
remind me when I get home. I'll take a picture of it and tell you which one.
I know. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. I don't think we have issues with our bathroom being damp, but the clothes drying aspect of it sounds good. Because I moved into this place in April last year, and so that means I've had 2 full summers to enjoy the first time as an adult having my own garden, and they've both been rubbish.
Yeah.
It's just rained both summers, so I think I'm the one who caused that. Everybody apologise for that. Sorry.
I was going to say, we've not had one sort of full summer yet, have we, since we've been full-time on the channel for the last 2 years.
I know. And
We've just been battered with a bit of sun here and there, and then the rest of it's just been wet and rainy and cold.
yeah, and the last good summer that we had was 2020.
We
When I
definitely
couldn't
owed
even
one.
go outside. But yeah, we did create a. Is there a Nightbot command for it? Our new affiliate.
Yes, there is ! Gear in the chat. If you've ever wondered what equipment we use on Airliners Live, it's all outlined on our Amazon link in the chat. If you guys are interested in grabbing any of the gear that we use, follow the link in the chat.
If you want to be like Airliners Live.
We do earn a very tiny bit of commission on that, but it's really not much at all. But it gives you a full breakdown of everything. And we're going to be putting together a few more things on there, like our guides for certain things. I know we're in the middle of doing like a winter guide at the moment. All the stuff we use to keep our equipment dry and us dry and everything like that in the winter. If you've ever wondered what camera gear we're using on the channel, it's all outlined in that link as well.
Revealed.
As the Transavia touches down on 23 right.
Coming in from Amsterdam, doing a flight on behalf of KLM, 737-700. Looks quite stumpy, this plane.
There are a few things that aren't outlined on there that aren't available on Amazon, such as our encoder and stuff like that, but for the most part it's all on there.
Yeah, we do use Amazon quite a bit more than we probably should.
Yeah.
What's the longest flight to and from Manchester? Yeah, I think it is still Singapore, but Hong Kong and Beijing are both pretty long as well. I think it's Singapore.
Yeah, don't forget those lists also include recommendations for cheaper alternatives and stuff, guys. So it's not like everything on that list is currently sat in the tower with us here. It's we've added some alternatives for you guys if you want to look for alternatives. So yeah, don't panic. It's not like we've got 19 cameras here in the RVP.
Yeah, like the B cameras that we use here in the tower, they don't make them anymore. They don't sell them new.
Yeah, we bought ours used and as cheap as possible.
Yeah, they're all right. The autofocus doesn't work on one of them, but you just got manual focus, I suppose. You don't really need the autofocus.
Yeah, and as I say, it does say at the top of that list, guys, this is the equipment we use and recommend. So if you don't necessarily want to get exactly what we use, there is some alternatives there as well.
One of the shortest flights from Manchester coming in next is Ryanair Flight 554 from Dublin. It's not the shortest. There is one a bit shorter than that.
Why not, says Lee. Yeah.
19 cameras will cover all the spots. Could be a bit like Simon Lowe, and they all have 2 cameras each.
I know. He's like a one-man band, Simon Lowe, when you see him streaming.
Yeah, like them chaps who have like drums on the back,
You know
and
what I mean?
harmonica, and I don't know.
Everything going on.
He is a bit like that, actually. Yeah.
Fair play to him, because I wouldn't be able to manage all that.
No, he's a good lad, and the thing about him is he's got this like very structured, stable setup that just works, you know, and it's not. Whereas we're changing ours a lot, you know, changing it for different cameras, changing it for different setups and stuff. But what a guy.
Sorry to hear that, James, in the chat saying, sad news today, I've just lost my job right before I'm about to go on holiday to Portugal. Your streams are relaxing me. Yeah, that's really bad news, mate. But listen, flip it on its head. Go to Portugal. Forget about it. Use it as a time to just relax and decompress from it. And just say to yourself, when I get back from Portugal, I'll tackle it. But just use Portugal to just have a relax and a rest. De-stress so that when you come back, you're ready to go and you'll get it sorted, mate. If you stress on it the whole time you're away, you're not going to enjoy your break. So it's definitely important. Have a good break. De-stress. Relax. Listen, you can look at it one way. You're going to go away and you've got a nice place to go and relax for a week and just take your mind off it. Make the most of it and then come back with a plan. And you'll smash it, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, you got this. I'm glad the stream's helping. And thank you, chat, for all the messages towards him.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. Yeah, I mean, for things like B cameras, you don't really need the best of the best. Like, they're just pointing at me and Andy's faces half the time, and at the end of the day, like you say, you can put it on manual focus, and you only really need to be 1080p. You can get away with a lot more. Obviously, our main cams are as good as we can get.
Yeah.
For what we need, anyway.
Yeah, I think what we have is the Sony 5100s on the B cams.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've never used them for anything more than that, but for just pointing at our faces, they seem to be all right. So Sony do just really good cameras. I'm yet to find a Sony camera that's not ancient, you know, that isn't really impressive.
Yeah, Sony is just an incredible brand of camera equipment. What's the daisy? Sorry, chap.
No worries, Mr. Jingle. It's nice to see you in the chat.
Cheers, dude.
Here she is, in from Dublin. 35 minutes ago, she took off. Probably ran multiple cabin crew trolley runs on that as well. Scratch cards, of course. Duty free. Thank you for flying.
I love how you know that from being on board, and I know that from flight sim.
Just memes.
I'm just going to grab this, guys, because look at this light.
Oh, wow. Woo! 10 out of 10.
And we're not messing with the camera, guys. It really is that dark.
That's mad, isn't it?
Look at how dark it's gone, look.
Reminds you of when Virgin had the 330s parked up there. You've got that picture.
Yeah. Andy Baker, welcome in, mate. Hello.
Yeah, Dublin is such a well-connected airport to Manchester. You can, you know, you got lots of different options for flights, and if you fly at Ryanair, it can be so cheap. In fact, Dublin is actually the busiest route out of Manchester, with around 80 flights per week. 80.
Oh.
Wow.
Tell you what, that sun is very welcome today.
It's nice, isn't it?
Should put my shorts on.
Yeah, you always dress for the worst, don't you, when you're here? The tower looks cool with that light, doesn't it?
See you guys.
Got the Lufthansa flight 943 heading back to Frankfurt. We've seen this plane coming in earlier. She's now lined up at the start of the runway, just over the little bump. There's a Ryanair.
That was a very plosive P, that.
Little bump.
There you go, pop shield usual. Top lip moving at Mach 2.
Breaking the sound barrier. It's like when you crack a whip in it. The reason why it goes is because it breaks the sound barrier. That was me. Wow, that was an early rotation. Scandinavian Beauty is going to be next to depart, most likely, after a Ryanair UK aircraft, UK Bravo, one of the 13 Ryanair UK planes in the skies today. Just coming in next from Valencia. 700 likes. Cheers, everybody, and thanks, Loopy, for updating us. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Silly Dev, thank you for making the clips over on Twitch as well. Make sure you get them in the Discord. I think you do that anyway, don't you?
Yeah, cheers. Thanks very much.
I like to look through the clips. Sometimes I download them and use them. Might start throwing some of them on social media. I've considered it, you know, because there's some cool catches that can quite easily be thrown over there. It was the police that used this for their little lunch break, and now it's got quite a lot of paramedics here now.
Hey, thank you very much, Peter. That helps the channel a lot, mate. Gifting an Airliners Live membership to the community. Thank you very much, Peter.
Andy Baker getting gifted that membership as well.
Hey, enjoy that, Andy. Got access to all our channel emotes now. And if you link your YouTube account to your Discord account, you'll be able to access all of the VIP rooms, including the very popular Rate My Scran section, where we've been having people uploading a lot of pictures of their dinner and getting a lot of love and comments from the VIP community. It's probably the busiest section on our VIP Discord area.
Rate My Scran. Rate My Scran.
Yeah.
I need to put my Scran from last night up there.
There you go.
Oh, have we got a Virgin Atlantic A330 pushing back over at Terminal 2? Turning out to be some really nice lighting, this. Rocket Wolf saying that was pretty indicative of an ex-military pilot. Throttle up and then release the brakes, make for a quick V1, but uses more fuel. I love it when they do that. And you see like the power as he released the brakes, the whole aircraft rocks to the back. See it in the nose landing gear. One thing you see a lot of in the winter months as well, or hear a lot of, is when they go to take off, especially like Jet2 and Ryanair. I noticed do this quite a lot on the, obviously the A320 family. I noticed a lot in 737s. Is because it's cold, they have like a long spool up, and they'll leave it at like 40% thrust, 50% thrust for a good few seconds before initiating the takeoff roll.
Hey, Scott Dog, thanks very much for the Twitch Prime sub, mate. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott Dog. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's right, Rocket Wolf. And sometimes, you know, if they're in a hurry, they'll do what we call turn and burn, which is where they'll, as they're turning onto the runway, they'll start spooling up the engines as well and not come to a full stop.
Cheers, John King. Glad you're enjoying the stream today. I've jumped on the camera for today just to have a bit of a change of scenery. To be honest, I got up this morning and it was chucking it down. So I said to Jen, I said, I better wrap up today and give Andy a break because it's been literally raining nearly every single show.
It does.
So, and then I got here and there was no rain whatsoever, but I thought, oh, well, I'll have a go.
The last stream was testing it, you know, like when you... Because it's one thing it being cold, and it doesn't get much colder than it has been recently. But when it's cold and windy and raining, that's when it tests you. But yeah, everyone's been pretty happy with the camera work today, so yeah, good as it gets, really. But yeah, it's going to be a long winter, this, I think. So
yeah, I think so. We're braced up, ready for it, aren't we?
Yeah, I brought a new coat, and it's pretty good. Does a really good job of keeping me dry, and the windproof element of it as well. Our neighbour is on that Virgin. Nice. I did see actually Nigel saying that a member of the Stockport Radio Society is on the Emirates flight today, going out.
Oh, cool, nice.
Emirates flight 18, so that should be due out soon, actually. Wow, the show's gone really quick. Yeah, that's due out in 10 minutes, but obviously it's Emirates, right? I had a message earlier from Amazon about our thing for today has been dispatched already. I think that's arriving today.
Our thing for today.
The
oh,
TV thing.
Yeah.
That was a bit random, but
I forgot about that. Is that arriving today?
I think so. Yeah. So chat, we obviously have the TV in the office, and we'll usually put like streams on there or use it as like a monitor.
When we're recording videos, we use it as like a fold back monitor so we can see, because we're usually in front of the camera, so we use it to see what the camera's looking at. Yeah,
but we decided to move it around a bit, and maybe we'll make a little video of it. But we've purchased a TV mounted bracket that attaches to the ceiling. So sounds like it's going to be fun to install.
Yeah, you don't have to lie on the floor to look at it. It swivels.
You imagine.
It was a cheap one, wasn't it? Like 20 quid.
I know, I was surprised.
I think it's going to change our life.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll get some pictures up in the Discord. Danny Taylor, afternoon to you, sir. Paul Marriott, hello. And Lee Davies in the chat as well. Nice, Matt. Have you just bought them, waterproof trousers? I have some, and they've been an absolute godsend certain times of a year.
Yeah, Designate. Our YouTube chat is a lot more busy than our Twitch chat. I'd really love to have a busy Twitch chat, mate, but I'll be honest, dude, no matter what we do, it picks up for like 5 minutes and then just goes dead again. It's really strange, because we get decent Twitch viewer numbers as well. We just have a lot of lurkers. So it's really hard for us to get Twitch going, really.
Nige saying, "I'm surprised you've got room for a TV." Well, that's why it's mounted on the wall at the moment. We have a big studio room, but it's just, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we have going on at the moment. Maybe we need a wardrobe that we hide in whenever we get a gift sub.
Yeah, I was watching London Controller yesterday. He was flying the A310.
Yeah.
And, mate, that thing sounds good.
Yeah?
It is a real beast, that plane. Really enjoyed it. I had him on for a few hours, actually.
Yeah.
He is a good laugh, but he does like to get in his wardrobe every now and again.
I watched the stream. I was like, why is he just got a wardrobe behind him? Like, wait until he gets a gift.
When he gets a gifted sub, he gets in it.
So I've never seen so many paramedics at the RVP.
Neither have I. I think it's like some training thing, mate.
Training thing, yeah.
It's got to be a training thing, surely.
Well,
it's like when the police are here. There's usually about 8 of them.
Yeah.
And you got to think that's got to be training.
Either that or they're just on a break, right? Like, I'm sure they'll get a nice bit of lunch break.
Not a bad place to come and have a break, is it?
Yeah. Not fair play to the police and paramedics and all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that job.
Mate,
this
what
day
a
and
job!
age.
Yeah, mate,
Especially the police, like just.
I know, and
like your hands are tied, aren't they? These days, you can't do right for doing wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, and paramedics, man, like they work some magic. Them guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure we've all had a story or two where they've come in very handy, should we say?
Yeah. EasyJet lining up next to go.
Laurie saying paramedics are awesome. Oh yeah, you're biased.
Yeah. If you're enjoying today's stream, smash the like button for us, guys. It does help us out a lot. Some new viewers in here.
I've always had an appreciation for the likes of paramedics. I mean, you know, with Sam doing firefighting and stuff, like, then you hear stories about what, because there's a chap who's at Fire and Rescue at Barton who was ex-county, and he's retired from that now, and just the stories he has from the things he's seen, you know, like how I couldn't go home and switch off from that, me. Yeah, Mach 1, don't worry. We'll we know where we're going to mount the TV. We've put some thought into how it's all going to work.
Nice one, Matt. Yeah, we can't see it from where we are here, but I'm sure we'll see it in a moment.
Yeah, Carlos saying, is it my PC or is the sky looking quite angry?
Yeah, it looks pretty gnarly, mate, to be honest.
It is Manchester, remember? It's extra weird because the contrast between these planes being in the sunlight and then that really dark, nasty looking sky. I think we're okay though, just looking at the clouds and stuff heading our way. It does look really cool though. You just try and find an old departures board and use that for the streams. Yeah, Danny. We used to have like a whiteboard that we used to write all the names on. All digital now, eh? Sun is shining here in Norfolk. Oh, of course it is. We'll have people tuning in just a few miles away like, oh, it's nice and sunny here. Why is it raining at Manchester Airport? There is an Aer Lingus on final approach. You've got this Virgin Atlantic A330 on the taxi out. She's heading off to Atlanta. Good to see that route back up and running. A couple of months ago it restarted. Bit of a strange destination, but I think a lot of this is down to Delta, who's their code share. So they'll, if you want to fly to somewhere that is not direct. You can fly to Atlanta and then change. Obviously, Atlanta's a massive airport. I think it's one of the biggest, maybe the biggest in the world. Wow, look at that in the sun. That's nice. Danny Taylor saying, I'm in that dark cloud. Rocket Wolf saying, I have to admit, I didn't make a lot of friends around me on my flight from the US to Australia. It might have been due to me binge watching a load of air crash investigation episodes on my laptop.
I did that on the train on the way down to Wales once, and I got some very strange looks.
I used to watch it a lot before a holiday. I've never had like a fear of flying, but like you just kind of just flying vibes in it, just watching it. Maybe it was just part of me like, oh, if this goes wrong, at least I know how to deal with this. If I'm summoned to the flight deck and they've got an issue with something, maybe I can be the one to save the day. I've got 900 hours in Microsoft Flight Simulator, by the way. I can handle this plane. Is this a fly-by-wire A320 Neo? Yeah, I can fly this one.
I've pressed B 9 times and the Q&H doesn't like
We just hold control and press E. Try that. That should fix the engine.
Do it 3 times, you eject.
Ryanair 737 8200 coming in from Santander, north of Spain.
It's called That's Fast Enough, Jack. I assume you're talking about the Peter Hertzberg's book.
Yeah, really, really good book. I'd recommend giving the podcast a watch. Talk all about it in there. It's not out yet, though, the podcast, but the book is. That was floaty, wasn't it? Yeah. Floaty landing by the Ryanair. EasyJet next to depart, heading off to Tenerife South Airport. Yeah, it is strange, isn't it, Neve? My mum's partner, he likes to book seats at the back of a plane. I think something about safety. I don't know. I
I think 500 knots overrules anything like that.
exactly. Yes, flying is impeccably safe for passengers these days. EasyJet coming in from Paris Orly Airport, one of the newest routes at Manchester for EasyJet. I think the newest, either this or Istanbul. Today 320, Golf Echo Zulu Romeo Tango. Could you check that network so that when you got a second as well? Just make sure they're still on. Got the Virgin Atlantic starting a takeoff roll. A330.
Both full 5G.
Oh, it's just jumped back up now. Nice. That was mega. Great camera work.
So, screamer.
A lot of people in the chat saying they like to sit at the back of a plane. Tina saying she doesn't like having people behind her. I mean, that's kind of a good idea. I remember the last time I flew British Airways was coming back from Heathrow back in April. And it was London to Manchester. And it was an A320neo. And I was sat at the back row. And for some reason, them planes, they don't have windows at the back. So the back row and the row in front didn't have any windows.
Oh, right.
So it was weird because when you were landing, right, I see people doing this all the time, like their head's still buried in a book or they're still just, you know, doing whatever. I like to be looking out the window, you know, so you know when it's going to land. You got to anticipate it. It was weird to not have a window. It was strange just to not know when the plane's going to touch down at all. So yeah, if anyone's flying British Airways, do check. Because you might have no window. It's like Ryanair row 11 vibes. This Ryanair UK is coming from Oslo. G Rook, infamous on the Airliners Live channel. Kevin saying he's got to go to the folks hospital appointment. It's got to go, folks hospital appointment. Thanks for an awesome stream, guys. Take care all. Cheers, Kevin. Hope all goes well at the hospital, of course.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Yeah, Ryanair, you want to be in 4, 5 or 6, maybe 7 on the row number. because they are the best views. You get like the engine shot as you look back. See the blades spinning. Another Ryanair UK aircraft. This is UK Gulf heading off to Algiers. I'm not sure about the air tanker A330s, Danny. Obviously, with the A330s and any wide body, if you're sat in the middle, obviously a window might not be as easy to see. Yeah, the sky is popping, making the planes pop. Just waiting on a departure of the A380 now. Allegedly, that's going to be in like 10 minutes or so, according to Flight Radar 24. We usually find that the King of the Skies usually runs about half an hour late. Can also do what we call brown bill roulette, which is where you don't reserve a seat. You get on board, you see what seats are free, ask the cabin crew if you can sit there, of course, because sometimes you'll be in a designated seat for weight imbalances. They might have like seats blocked out that you can't sit on, for example, and you might be able to score yourself a really nice seat somewhere. But I mean, it's quite common these days for airliners to really pack in how many passengers they can get on a flight, so it's never the best rule. I remember once when in 2021 we flew to Zadar in Croatia, and coming back home there was 18 people on board that Ryanair 737. 18. So what, that wind's picking up, isn't it?
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Sean saying good morning from Iowa, USA.
Hey, welcome in, Sean. Great to see you, mate.
Another Airbus A330-300 series now pinging up on the ground, just pushing back to Virgin Atlantic, heading off to JFK. Yo, row 3, Danny, that's going to be a great row to see an awesome view out the window. EasyJet heading off to Marrakesh. Got a Turkish Airlines A321neo coming in next. That'll be the next plane to land here on 23 right at Manchester. Terry mentioning the lens might need a wipe. Where's that blue roll gone? Oh, there it is. There you go. Yeah, the network's going a bit unstable. Can you... I wonder if one of them's overheating. One of the modems.
I'd be very surprised.
Yeah. Should it be in... Is it in the sun or is it... Can it hit
No,
it?
it's behind the tablet.
Oh, right.
No, it's not hot at all.
Okay.
They just keep bouncing between 4G and 5G, that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, one's not even getting any signal. And one's not even registered anymore. Nice.
Oh,
Apologies if the picture breaks up, folks. Just stick with us.
what's it saying now? Is it worth me even filming this? Or?
Yeah, it's back up to 8,000 now. It's only got 2 of the networks for some reason.
Which ones was it?
Both of them aren't doing anything. We try and reconnect them. It's all Starlink doing the heavy lifting at the moment. Elon Musk saves the day. Yeah, it's 100% Starlink at the moment. Yeah, the Gremlins have been out today in full force today, folks. We had really bad issues at the start with the signal coverage. Okay, it's actually getting some data now, so that seems to be better. Yeah, best thing to do when it does this, folks, is just to stick around and take a second. Manchester Airport is notoriously well known for its poor signal coverage. Seems to be back up and running. Wow, that lighting. The Pratt & Whitney 1100G engines. Sounding really good. Nice pair of Wookiees, as we like to call them sometimes. A couple of planes on approach at the moment. The Virgin Atlantic A330 is actually on the taxi now, so we'll see that taking off soon. The A380 is scheduled out in about 5 minutes time, folks. 5 minutes. Not scheduled, sorry, estimated. So will that actually happen? Martin's just catching a Ryanair coming in next from Brussels Charleroi Airport. Whether that's in Brussels or Charleroi is, I guess, for them to decide. Of course, Mark. Sadly, a lot of airports, especially international airports around the world, don't have this problem. Manchester is pretty poor with signal coverage, so we have to really go above and beyond. We've got SpaceX Starlink satellite-based internet, which is high speed, running at the moment, as well as multiple 4G and 5G connections as well, all just to bring you this feed. And yes, it's expensive. As Ryanair left Brussels, or Charleroi, just over an hour ago. Lovely bit of sunshine over Manchester Airport here. Loving it. Cheers, Rocket Wolf. Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers, mate. Thanks a lot.
I guess for you Australian viewers, this is quite an interesting time to tune in late into your evenings. I suppose you're quite relieved that we're not doing the evening shows from Manchester anymore, because I guess for you guys that would have been super late. Appreciate it, Rocket Wolf. There was an EasyJet just touching down behind the Virgin, coming in from Malaga, Costa del Sol. It's an A320, flight 2004. Yeah, it is a shame, Lee. It's a shame there's no Saudi and Egypt Air on a Wednesday. Yeah, it really does make the Sunday more appealing. Super Sunday. There's quite a lot of airlines we don't see on the Wednesday. That's a loud EasyJet. Any reason why most planes are mostly white? Yeah, there's a few reasons. I mean, Shirley Dev's on it. It keeps the plane cooler is one of them. I think it's overall just a cheaper colour to use because it's more readily available, and also when they sell the aircraft at the end of their life with the current airline, white is more favourable because it's generally a more commonly used colour, so there's less repainting job needed, I believe. It's easier to maintain as well. I think there's a few reasons. Yeah, this morning, we did speak about it earlier in the stream. We had one of the Jet2 757s leave us for the last time. Golf Lima Sierra Alpha Alpha, one of the older 757s in the fleet. Sadly, she left at about 9:30 this morning. Went out on 23 left, off to St. Athan, where it's believed she's either going to be scrapped or live a second life as a cargo bird. Not 100% sure. I don't know anything official on that. It's real sad, but the good news is they are going to be having them for a good few more years, the 757s in the Jet2 fleet. It seems like they're going to be retiring them in alphabetical order on the registration. So Alpha was the first to go, and Alpha Bravo allegedly is going soon as well. But there's no date on that. I just got told by some individuals in Jet 2 that they're getting rid of 2 of them this winter. So one's already gone. The other being Alpha Bravo, which will be super sad because we really like that plane. I always wanted to fly on that one as well, never did. I think I've flown on Alpha Charlie, Alpha Juliet, Alpha India, and Alpha Kilo, I think. But we've seen with Jet 2, though, with the new A321neos, they are arriving like semi-painted, like the tail is blue coming up from Airbus. And obviously the fuselage white. You may have seen, though, folks, when they do have the planes unpainted, you know, when they're doing test flights, some photos may emerge where they're in that kind of green colour. And I believe that's just the colour they come out of the factory. So they do have paint applied to make them white. It's not like their aluminium's white, you know. There's just no paintless. There is paint there.
Yeah, I was seeing if I could switch the lens hood around so the thicker end was on the right-hand side, but I couldn't. But yeah, it's definitely just a lens glare, guys. There's nothing we can do about it. The sun's really low and really bright.
Yeah.
So just bear with it, guys. It's one of them things.
It's like a Michael Bay film, lens flare. Here we go. Virgin Atlantic flight 127. It's in New York, JFK. That was an awesome sound. David saying hello there, not watched this channel for a while. Good to be back.
Hey, welcome back, David.
Welcome back.
Thanks very much for tuning in.
Paul Davies. Can't get rid of Alpha Bravo or stand in front of it naked in protest. Yeah, imagine that. Like, you know, you got all these oil protesters or stop oil, whatever it's called. Don't ditch the 757 protest.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's actually not good.
We got fog in the inside.
Is it condensation on the inside of the
Oh, yeah.
thing? Let me try and warm it up with my hand for a second. It might fix it. Just bear with us, guys.
Yeah, that's happened before, that, hasn't it? Guys, I think you guys are tuned in to the Airliners live stream with probably the most gremlins we've ever had.
It does try our patience, I'll be honest.
Yes.
But there you go.
The most random gremlins you've ever seen in your life. We had the LRT server for the bonding on the live view. Went wrong, and then the audio randomly went wild. But there are always new things that get sent our way by the universe.
I mean,
2 days are never the same.
that's very odd.
Also, the networks as well have been pretty poor today. But
I wonder if facing it into the sun for a second may help.
yeah. Apparently, the APU and engines of the Jet 2 are to be used on another 757. That sounds interesting, Heather. But I thought the engines are one of the reasons why they're retiring them. It's all up in the air. I'd love to hear from a person who works for Jet 2. David. 2 thieves managed to steal an airliner's live calendar. They got 6 months each. Love it.
Love that. Yeah, sorry about today, guys. We hate having to do shows that aren't 10 out of 10, but it is what it is. As long as you guys are enjoying it, I think we'll just cut our losses on this one, I think, folks.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame, but...
Not every show is going to be 10 out of 10, like you said.
I know. I think with me and you, it really gets to us as well, because we know we can do better, but some things are just out of our control, unfortunately, and you got to think, guys, these cameras, we've had them for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And they've been in and out of the rain constantly, guys, twice a week. And they've been absolutely incredible. Like
They've been everywhere, haven't they? They've been in, blowing sand at Lanzarote. They've been in the heat. They've been in the snow here at Manchester, storms. They are properly rugged cameras, them.
Yeah, it's they've really put in a good shift, to be fair. We were kind of hoping that they were going to release a new version of these cameras at some point soon, but we've not heard anything. I mean, I do like these cameras. I can't even believe they've lasted this long, to be fair, the weather we've put them through.
Yeah.
So little things like this, I think, they're annoying, but if you think how we use them and how they just get completely battered on a weekly basis, I think this is actually fair play, like if this is all we're having to deal with.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we're going to have to really warm this camera up, I think, guys, to fix that. So just bear with it.
Yeah, it's happened before on them cameras, and it usually goes after like an hour or so. Not sure what causes it, but it is one of them things.
There'll be a tiny bit of air getting into it that will have just cooled down because of it is pretty cold. And obviously they get wet here and there and stuff, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But I feel a bit defeated today, I'll be honest. I'm just like, I just want to get the A380 out and then we'll call it, I think.
Yeah, it's been a tough one.
But thank you all for your support. Thanks to everyone who's sent in gifted memberships, helped cover the cost of today's channel, and thanks to everyone who's got involved in the chat and smashed the like button and things like that. It does really help us out, especially when we're putting up with grief.
How's the A380 looking anyway?
We're not looking far off, mate, on the 380.
Yeah, it's hard to see on that screen.
Cameron needs a holiday, I know.
We were tempted just to sack off today because of how many gremlins we had right from the get-go, but we persevered for you folks.
Yeah, I think after like the 6th time of trying to go live, we kind of just said, yeah, this isn't a good omen, is it?
Yeah.
This isn't going to be a good day. But if you have enjoyed today's show and you'd like to help cover the cost of the stream, hit the dollar symbol, then click Super Chat. We'd really appreciate your support. And thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, the Emirates A380 should be going out soon. It's past the estimated time, as Flight Radar 24 says, but I don't think that's very reliable. But as visually, it doesn't look too far away from the departure. But it's going to be awesome seeing this taking off in, hopefully the lighting stays the same. Taking off here on your Wednesday afternoon. Runway 23 right will be in use for that. Waiting for Mr. Jingles to turn up. Yeah. Hurry up, Mr. Jingles. Get it pushed back. I've said it a few times on the channel, but it was one of the guys over at TAS, Mike, telling me that he reckons the reason why this is consistently delayed is because they have an arrival time that they have to aim for at Dubai, and with it being such a busy airport, they try to really hunt for that perfect time, and it seems like the perfect time is a little bit later than the scheduled departure time at Manchester, so hence why it's kind of consistently late.
Yikes! It's not clearing up, is it? That it's actually getting worse. Ah.
Yeah, it's have
Okay,
to
note to self: bring 2 cameras to every stream.
That's it. Bring 2 of everything.
Have to, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought 3 networks was enough.
Yeah. Let's bring 2 cameras to all the streams. Especially
Yeah.
going
Well,
through the winter.
the other one's in the office because it's pending.
Oh, it's got that focus issue, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hey Owen, thank you very much, mate. $4.99 donation. Saying excellent show despite the gremlins. Currently freezing on Southside, waiting for the 380. Whereabouts are you, mate?
Well, let's try and catch him on the stream.
Let's find Owen through the mist.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we need. Someone said you need a hairdryer. Well, there's a couple.
I
of
know that's what I was going to say. We need some way of heating up this front glass. Is what would fix this.
There's some rather big hairdryers on the airfield. Nice, Matt, saying the Aer Lingus A320 is aggressive pushback. Did you not? Are you not down here today, Matt? Are you south side or anything, or did you not come down in the end?
Hey, thank you, Chuck. $20 donation. What a lad. Chuck,
Hey.
I would usually say that would go towards equipment, mate, but I think we're going to grab a lunch on the way back to the office, I think. I think we've earned that today. Thank you, mate. That's very kind of you, dude. Thank you very, very much.
Cheers, Chuck. Thank you.
Yeah, I really want to try and fix this lens for you guys before the 380 goes. Let me just put it back in the sun, guys, for a minute, just while we're waiting. If you guys don't mind.
Loopy saying you need a dehumidifier. Of all things.
Jet! Yeah, it gets worse when you send it away.
It's strange how it's never done that before. Like I said, we've had these for about 2 years now, these
They're
cameras.
just getting old, mate. I think that's genuinely, I know it sounds mad, but they just genuinely are just getting old, these cameras now,
Yeah.
because we've been putting them through the paces, mate. Something rotten for the last few years. I think
Yeah.
as I say, I'm surprised that they've lasted this long, to be honest, but at the minute we can't afford new cameras.
No.
You know what I mean? We're going to have to just come up with another solution.
Yeah. But we do have the other one, but hopefully that one isn't too much of a deal to fix.
I think if we warm this up, it should clear it out. There'll just be a tiny bit of moisture in there, that's all.
Yeah, like I said, that's happened to me before, and I remember it's happened like once when I was at the airport and it was leathering it down with rain, and I did notice it getting fogged up, but then I got home, and by the time I got home it was clear. So.
It's clear.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you very much, Chuck. Yeah, really appreciate it, mate. USA viewer chucking in a donation. Really appreciate it.
No stress, Matt. Yeah, I was super busy earlier too. It was just one of them mornings where just doing something all morning and then just shoot to the airport and not knowing what catastrophe that was going to be.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, I think the whole camera needs warming up. It's not just the front glass that's the issue here, because even pointing it into the sun isn't clearing it.
Does it, Linda? I didn't even know I'm a Celebrity was still a thing. I feel like that's been going on for many years.
Used hair dryers, yeah, Simon. Honestly, yeah, that's not clearing, guys. I'm afraid we're just gonna have to make do with it for the last bit of the show. We'll do our best. I'm not fighting it anymore. No, I've been recording for God knows how long as well. Oh, yikes. I think we might have to call this, mate.
Brian King's, and I just tuned into the camera being cleaned in while I was watching.
Yeah,
Apologies for that, folks.
it's not focusing now because it's...
Oh yeah, that is bad, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's a bit of a write-off, I'm afraid.
Yeah, chat. Listen, can we get a yay or nay? Do you mind if we call it, guys? 'Cause I'm checked out at this point, I think. I don't think we're going to really be able to work with this. And, oh my God, the 380's pushing back as well. Jesus. You know when we made the decision on Airliners Live Day 1 to be a PG stream, today is one of those days where I really wish I could just have a good old swear. Would be...
Go have a lie down for a bit. Okay. Paul Davies with a 499. Did you read that already?
I didn't, no.
Saying,
Thank you,
just
Paul.
because why not? Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Thank you for being here as well.
Turn off autofocus, yeah, but
Yeah, that'd be another.
that'd be pretty difficult to focus in.
Yeah, I wouldn't bother. Oh, awesome, Meg. Yeah, Meg, that was earlier on this stream, wasn't it? Just rejoining because you got gifted a subscription.
Thank
Awesome.
you very, very much.
Welcome to VIP. You've got access to all the emotes in the chat now as well. And if you head on over to our Discord server, which is our kind of offline hangout place, yeah, you can get into some of the VIP rooms over there too. I don't think you get discounts on merchandise as well. Call that atmospheric 4K. Yeah. You're going to have some very cinematic lens flare on this.
I think what I'm going to have to do, chat, is just find a focal length that works.
Yeah.
And I will do my best to give you some sort of view. Ideally, if I can get a wider view would be... Let me find that view kind of works, doesn't it? I might just stick with this, chat.
I'd imagine this is what people who wear glasses feel like when they take their specs off, saying Neve. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, it's a bridge, mate, so there's no way we can take the lens off, I'm afraid. Yeah, like I say, I think because of the rain we had earlier and how cold the camera is, it's just not going to clear until we get it inside and just let it warm back up, I think.
It's funny how role reversal. So now it's me who's been getting stressed about network problems and you getting stressed about camera problems.
I know. Oh, don't swear. Come on.
Yeah, why is that switch on the side on? Is that minimum 3 meters, is it? I find that when you have that on, sometimes it's still...
Yeah, 3 meters to infinity.
Yeah, weird. Beastie with the 19 months of business class saying another great stream.
You sure? You're watching the right channel?
Yeah. Thank you, Beastie. Appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys, of course.
Michael, I appreciate the comment, but I definitely will not be putting the camera in the microwave.
That'll charge it up, though. Don't do that, guys. Martin Zuber with a 17 months of premium economy saying, yes, great stream. Cheers, Martin. King of the Skies in the new scheme. Really nice to see. We've only called this like a handful of times since its debut at Manchester Airport a good couple of months ago. There's just not many planes in this livery yet. I think it will become the norm, though, in the coming year or so.
Cheers, Dad. I don't really want to bring your camera out in the winter, Dad, to be honest. You'll just get battered. Thanks, though. Wonder if you can get like a little pocket air dryer. Every now and again you just see.
Yeah,
weird, isn't it, how stuff happens at once? So these cameras have all been perfect for years, and we've had 2 go faulty in the same month.
Yeah.
Strange, eh?
It's better than what we had at the start of the stream where we just couldn't even get live. That was fun. A380 running almost an hour late today. About 45 minutes late on the pushback.
Hey Beastie, thank you so much. £2 donation coming in. Saying hi guys, received my calendar yesterday. Looks great. Thank you very much.
Thanks Beastie. I'm glad you enjoy it. I think the calendars are fantastic. I think for anybody who missed out on an Airliners Live calendar, there should be some new stock added soon.
Yeah, because we always keep about 10 or 15 back, just in case Royal Mail lose some, so people don't miss out. But we've not had anybody claim that they've gone missing yet, so we should be able to. We usually give it about 2 or 3 weeks, and if we've not had anybody reach out, we usually then put them up for sale.
Yeah.
So if you did miss out, there'll be some available.
Nice, Tony P. saying he's liking the wide view of the departures.
No promises, but possible bonus show in the morning, guys. No promises. Just bear that in mind. Keep an eye on the Discord. Possible.
I'm trying to think what that is.
You don't know, because I've only just got the text message.
Ah.
It's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a meeting, don't we, tomorrow?
Yeah. It's,
okay.
It's fine.
I thought that. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Cool.
One after each other as well. That'd be cool. Eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Possible. Right. Oh, yeah, if you've not joined our Discord server yet, guys, make sure you head on over there. It's a new community hub for Airliners Live. It's been super busy. It's been really good to see everybody over there getting involved. And you can follow the links in the chat to get involved in that. And if you're a VIP of Airliners Live, you need to go to the user settings, click on connections, and then link your YouTube account to your Discord account. It'll just ask you to log into your YouTube channel. It's perfectly safe to do that. And you'll then get access, if you're a VIP, to all of our VIP channels. And the busiest of which is called Rate My Scran.
Yes.
And it's been very busy with everybody posting pictures of their dinners in there, which has been really funny, and we've enjoyed that. So thanks to everyone for getting involved. Oh, I went into autopilot and started zooming in just naturally.
Darren saying, remember you can reuse the calendar in 2052. Yes, keep hold of it. We're all about recycling here on the channel, aren't we? Uncle Car Guy with a 1 month of business class saying, hello, I caught my first TUI plane over my house from Manchester to Cancun. It was a 787-8 Dreamliner. That TUI plane looks awesome. Hello from the USA.
Hey, welcome in. Thanks for tuning in today.
Wow, as if you're seeing that over your house all the way in the States. And Ilja Frolov with a 3 months of business class saying, "Afternoon, everyone. Awesome show as always. Love the Emirates. Love the new Emirates livery."
Thank you very much.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely. I think Seb on the Discord said the same. It's definitely growing on us. This new scheme. When it was just a bit underwhelming when it got released, but now I look at it and it just pops a bit more. You can kind of learn to appreciate it, I guess. Mr. Jingles, hello to you.
Over 1,100 members on the Discord. Wow.
Whoa.
Hey, that's nice, Stephen. Thanks for that. That's cool. The pictures in the calendar are always great to cut out later and keep.
Ah, that's a smart idea, actually. Wow.
I think Joanna said the same thing earlier on in the stream.
Wow. That's cool. Put them in like a little frame or something.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are smart. Really smart. Just a little bit of a delay on the A380 moving here. Is there something in the way? Maybe it's that Ryanair holding up things. I can see the Transavia is not moving at the moment. I Mr. Jingles, you at the RVP. Give us a wave if you are. A little bit of a closer wave this time.
Yeah, I can't zoom in on you though, that's the problem.
Ah. Ryanair 737 off to Dublin. Ryanair flight 555. All the fives. Lee, told you the Emirates was waiting for Mr. Jingles to arrive. Yeah, can we hit 1,000 likes, folks? Helen, that's a good challenge. Hit the like button if you haven't already. There's over 1,000 people watching anyway, so I'm sure we can do it. This month's 757 is a keeper. I'm trying to remember what the 757 one is now. Was it the Iceland Air, was it? I think it was. Yeah, we tried to get like a variety of different airframes in the calendar. One of them's my photo. Obviously, I don't take many pictures. Eurowings next to land from Dusseldorf, an A320. Delta Alpha Bravo Zulu Kilo on the reg. Eurowings just have the one route to Manchester. That's from Dusseldorf. I think my brother's flown on them once before. He said they were pretty cheap and cheerful, shall we say. Pretty basic. I know we see them sometimes on Henry's show, Eurowings Discover, with the A330-300s, I believe.
Yeah, it's nice.
And they recently unveiled their new livery that they're going to be applying to the likes of the A320 family and the A330s as well. Looks pretty smart. Michael B saying, which member of the Airliners Live crew is the best photographer? I mean,
start that right,
if it's food photography, I mean, I'll take the... I'll put my name in the bucket. But definitely not for planes. Christina saying, I found a video uploaded to my YouTube channel from Liverpool Airport 14 years ago. It's crazy how long YouTube has been part of our lives now. Honestly, Christina, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, what, me at the zoo, the first ever YouTube video? I think that was uploaded in like 2005 or something. It's mental how long YouTube's been around for now. Yeah, and it's weird because YouTube, I think only about half the time it's actually been, or maybe slightly more of its life, it's been profitable for creators. You know, it used to just purely be a hobby. Nowadays, people can make a living from making videos there. And it was only in 2012 that they actually introduced an algorithm, which I think a lot of people use today, where YouTube recommends what videos to watch, and it has the home feed. It used to just be like people you subscribe to, really, and then they had like the featured stuff on the front page as well, which everyone aspired to be on. YouTube also used to have a rating system. Does anyone remember that? 5 stars. Can you please rate this video 5 stars? And people were furious when they got rid of that and they introduced the like and dislike video. That. And fun fact, folks, the dislike button does very little anymore. There's no dislike counter anymore. I think it's purely like aesthetic. I don't think it actually does anything. I really didn't like that when they got rid of the dislike button. It used to be like a percentage, didn't it? Didn't it? Like what percent? Now it's just like how many likes. I could honestly see that disappearing. But yeah, when they got rid of the stars system, because it was like, I understood the star system, because you know, you're rating it out of 5. You know, is it a great video? Is it a good video? Is it okay? Or is it bad? Now it's just good or bad. Not even that.
I think they were just trying to protect against trolls and stuff. That was the problem, because a lot of people's content was just getting attacked.
I guess so. But then for me, like, trying to work out if a video is like a scam or anything like that. Sometimes seeing lots of dislikes helps that, you know. But I guess you can report, I suppose. I've had lots of YouTube channels over the years, though. Lots of. I had maybe 2 channels do semi-well. My last channel, which it is now just called Andy, I just renamed it. Where I used to do. Did you ever see that, Smart? The covers channel where I made all the medieval covers. So I'd get like popular songs and make, because I used to be into music production and composition and all that, and I'd make remakes of popular songs in like a medieval style, and I did that in lockdown in 2020, and I did it as a covert thing. I never published it on Airliners Live, and it actually made a bit of money as well. Like I was actually, it got, you know, my biggest video did about 250,000 views. So I've now since removed all them videos. You can't find them. And the one before that, I remember I had another music-based channel, which was it was like Who Sampled. It was like basically, I'd find a song in the charts that sounded very similar to another song that was released in the 80s or 90s, and compare the two, like, oh, these sound very similar, and play the two together. And again, that did quite well, but likewise, I just didn't have time for that.
Say 380 lining up, ready to go.
Yes, finally. Over an hour after its scheduled departure time. This is why the likes of Flight Radar are not very reliable when it comes to the delayed times. Enjoy. This is in the new livery as well. Yeah, Mark, I'd be willing to have a massive rant about that. Maybe on another show. Maybe on the crew room. There are some things that YouTube are doing these days that I'm not a fan of.
Only better than Facebook.
Yeah. We made it.
A380 departure.
That was epic in the sun as well. Actually, it was a really good shot in the end. Very cinematic.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
There's a tower there, folks.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm going home.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for persevering with us. It's one of those things, I'm afraid. Today's show, we go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, and we try again. But it's been great to have you all with us. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the likes, the love in the chat. And again, thanks to all the awesome mods in the channel as well. But that'll do us for today. I think we'll go and gather our thoughts and come back fighting on Sunday. But don't forget, Matt's going to be live for his Friday show, I believe. Is that confirmed? I think that's confirmed for Friday. So make sure you tune in for that. And hopefully we will have Henry on Saturday as well. And then we'll be back with you for the Super Sunday show on Sunday, guys.
And maybe a show tomorrow as well.
Oh yeah, maybe a little bonus show in the morning, but nothing confirmed yet. We'll let you know on the socials. It's probably going to be tomorrow morning, to be honest. We'll keep you up to date.
7 likes to 1K. Come on, guys. You can do it.
Right, turn the music off. 7 likes to 1. Right, we're not going to hit 1K.
We shall not be moved.
the RVP's closing. Listen, there's 2 likes to go, mate. You have to wait. I'm only joking. 4 likes to go. Hold on. Are we doing it? Are we going to just wait?
Have I hit like? Yeah, I've hit like already.
You hit like.
I always hit like. I'm never missed that.
There we go. 1K. Right. Thank you very much, guys.
Yes. What does this one do? Doesn't do anything.
Don't think so.
Wow, all these buttons.
Don't
Right.
touch anything.
What does this do?
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will see you all on Sunday. Ta-da.
See ya.
Bye.
Just a backseat driver flying undercover. A nice suit and a family name. Says he'll make me a star if I just play the game. But that man doesn't know that I am bulletproof. Keep one foot on the sky and a foot on the road. I'm not doing this to try to make a name. I just like the way it feels on it, the way it looks on me. Still got the fire when you try to be a flood. 'Cause I like the way it feels. undercover. Different faces, but they're always the same. Say the